Let's go now. Hey. 5-0, okay? Ready? Black 22. Boys, hand up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Way to go, guys.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, boys, we got ready. Blue ready. 5-0.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Tipped off at the 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
20. Go. Ready.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
20.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now Tannehill. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let me go.
They go play action here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Ready. Blue ready. Sonic. Here we go. Even. Let me go.
From the gun, Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Zebra. Run. Hey. 4 down.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Oh, now he bowls him over. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
4 down. Check. Set. Got 30. Check 5. Check 5.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Spins past him. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
3 down. 3 down. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Safe. Ready. We're waiting. Boys, hot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Blue lady. Green, triple C. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Hey, base, hey. 5-0.
Now Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Carl Lawson. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Ready? Back with Bounce. Where's that? Where's that?
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. Blue ready. Boys, hold up.
They run a draw here on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
3 down. Ready. Blue ready. Boys, up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, guys, check it out. Ready. Black 22. Boys, hold up.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Boys, hot. Let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready. Black 22. Boys, hot. Boys, hot. Boys, hot.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, it takes a little too long to develop. You got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready. Blue ready. Boys, hold up. 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Green, triple C. Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Winston. 20. He's got Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in the conference.
It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Tannehill out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
50-50. Set. 180.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Play action, it's Tannehill. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll run it here. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Cut in right.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He gets it to Humphries. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
150, 150. Hey, sub. Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
150. Ready? 125. Where's that up?
To throw, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Ready? Blue waiting. Shit. Where's that up? 57 Where's that?
Working out of the gun, Winston. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98.
Winston now from the 50. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Final play of the half here, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with a Dolphin. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll bring up second down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. There's a nice move. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Target. Here you go, right here.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Tannehill now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Set. 240.
Now it's Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now.
Ready. Black 22's hot. Whip. Watch the whip. Come on. Sunday. Green, triple C.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Ready. White 25.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue 80. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready. Black 22.
Following the interception, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Sonic. Boys, head up.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Play. Set. Ready.
To throw is Tannehill. He completes it to Treadwell. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Set. For 30.
Now Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The extra point up and good. And the so they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Ready. Blue ready.
Out of his end zone, Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 57 yards. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
Ready. Flag. Put it up. Hey, 5-0. 5-0.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Go ahead, Zach. Hey, 5 on the 50.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
4 down. Check. Ready. Black 25. Green, triple C.
Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Tight right. Ready. Blue ready. We got 4.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And incomplete here on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
20. 117.
Now Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carl Nassib in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here you go, right here.
Tannehill now to throw. Incomplete. Stills the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Dolphins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Sonic. Ready. White 25. Green, triple C.
Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready. Blue ready. Where do we go?
First down, Winston. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready. White 25. White. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. White 25, man.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
5-0. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So now here come the Dolphins. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
50-50.
On first down, it's Tannehill. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw, Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
5 on the 50. Ready. Blue ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Boys, hot. Got three down. Hey, sub. Let's go. My 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Dolphins on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
4 down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go. Roger. Watch. Set. Ready. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Miami, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year.